Happy New Year all, I hope you're all well. It's been a while since my last video. I did a brief Christmas Day video, 90-second video, something like that. But I've not been doing content for a little bit. I've just been so busy over December, Christmas, but December in general. So, Happy New Year, hope you're all well, hope you had a good start to the year. And yeah, today I'm going to be talking about Prince Harry and the recent revelation stories he's released to the press in this book. And going to just have a look at it and give you my thoughts. So as you can probably tell from the title of this video, I'm scratching my head a bit about why Prince Harry is doing this and what he hopes to achieve from doing it. He's revealed a lot of stuff. Lots about William, Meghan, Charles, Camilla, his time in Afghanistan, all sorts. But what I'm trying to understand, and I can't really understand it, is what he's trying to gain from doing this. Because he must be thinking, him and Meghan, or if it's just him himself, that by doing this, they're hoping to achieve something, but at the moment, I'm struggling to see what they're trying to achieve. So as I say, Harry's revealed a lot about the royal family, its secrets, what's been going on behind the scenes. So he's revealed a lot, but three of the most shocking stories to me are as follows. Firstly, that he told Charles not to marry Camilla, obviously after the death of his mother, Princess Diana. Secondly, that him and William had a fight, an altercation where William grabbed him. William was talking about Meghan, obviously Harry's wife, being rude, awkward, difficult. And finally, Harry's time in Afghanistan, where he talked about killing 25 Afghanis during the war. These are all really weird things to reveal publicly. But before I go and discuss any of these three main topics, there is a couple of things I want to point out. With all households, with all families, no one knows outside of that household or family what goes on behind the scenes. No one. With normal members of the public like us, we have no idea what goes on at Buckingham Palace, Windsor Castle, wherever the royal family may be. We ain't got a clue. We never will. We can only rely on what we're told by the media and stuff like this, which the royal family disclose voluntarily. So our views of anyone in the royal family, Charles, Camilla, Harry, Meghan, Will, Kate, it's all perception based on media and what they show us and what they themselves disclose publicly. So our viewpoints are all shaped by others, essentially, is what I'm trying to say. And it should be added that the royal family hasn't actually responded to any of Harry's, whatever you'd call it, accusations, allegations, So we're only actually getting one side of the story here right now. We're only getting Harry's viewpoint. We're not getting any comments at the moment, at the time of recording this, from William, Charles, or anyone else. So there's two sides to every story, so that should be considered before talking about this. So Harry has said that him and William told their father, Charles, not to marry Camilla. I think she died when I was a little one, but it wouldn't matter if I was an adult anyway. You only know what you see on the camera, but Diana appears to have come across very well over the years. Very good woman by the looks of it. And I think, as far as I'm aware, Charles was having an affair with Camilla while being married to Diana. And that's part of the reason they broke up. So, from the child's perspective, obviously, it's their mum and dad. No child wants their parent to break up, separate. So, you can have some sympathy with this. I just don't understand why Charles has come out and said, well, Harry, third time. I don't know why Harry's done this. I just don't get what he's trying to achieve by saying this. I told my dad not to marry Camilla. Why all these years later would you publicly disclose this? I just don't get it. Don't get it. The fight between him and William, again, I don't have any brothers, but brothers do fight. Sometimes, fists are thrown. These things do happen. Family conflicts are awful, but these things do happen. Again, for royalty, I just don't get why Harry would disclose this. What is there to achieve from this? Is he just trying to paint Will in a bad light? He attacked me over comments he made about Meghan being rude and the rest of it. I don't know. I just don't see what's to gain from telling the world this. Just don't get it. And talking about how many people he's killed in Afghanistan, I think the army, people in the armed forces have pushed back against this, saying this is just not something you disclose or share. It's just not the done thing. what is he trying to do? What is he trying to achieve from doing this? I'm at a loss. It's also incredible to think that Harry's grandmother, Queen Elizabeth II, died in September, just a few months ago. You had everyone there. You had Harry and Meghan at the funeral, Will and Kate, obviously, on a day like that, all behaving as they should have done, essentially. And now, just a few months later, all these comments are coming out. She's been dead a few months. You would hope a funeral like that, sometimes deaths in the family, big deaths, can be like a reconciliation. People coming back together for unity. Old squabbles are not forgotten, but you try to be civil with each other and move on and get back to better relations, but it's not the case here, is it? I mean, it's the complete opposite. He's gone to the world's media and just slagged all of them off. Also, something with Harry and Meghan, which is a great hypocrisy, is they've always gone on, they want their privacy from the media, the press, whatever. They want to be left alone. But then they go and do the Oprah interview. Then they do the Netflix series. And now Harry's done this. You can't on one hand be like, yeah, we want to be left alone. And then it could be seen this way. You want to be left alone, but then you do all these interviews and media releases. I guess they could be like, well, if we don't tell our side of the story, it's going to be told on our behalf and we won't get a chance to respond to it, which you may have some sympathy with, but if you really wanted privacy, you wouldn't do these things. Especially this most recent one by Harry. As I say, this has all come after the Queen's death. It just seems absolutely ridiculous. If you want privacy, and if you want to try and reconcile with your family, you just do not do this. As I've said, all families have their issues, but if I see someone on Facebook go on and slag off a brother, a sister, an uncle, an auntie, or their mum and dad, you just roll your eyes and just think this is just not the done thing. You don't go on Instagram, Facebook, any sort of public social media platform and do that things. It's just not a good look. And yet Harry's not done that on any small platform. He's not got a few hundred friends on Facebook. He's gone to the world's media and done that. It just makes no sense. It kind of feels like a Jeremy Kyle show for the elites, like just with the posh voices and the more Jeremy Kyle sort of obviously complete trash, some of them, but with some of them got very sad lives, but some of them are complete trash. But this is like a posh version of that, I feel, and it's interesting to watch, but it's pretty tragic for all in the family, isn't it? And during a recent media interview, Harry said, and to quote, I'll quote it now, "The ball is in their court in regards to family reconciliation." Well, if I had a brother and he'd come out and said all these things about me, do you think I'd want to make up with him? Of course you wouldn't. You'd be like, sorry mate, no chance. What are you doing? Like literally, what are you doing? Is it arrogance? Is it delusion? You can't go to the world's press, slag your family off and then be like, yeah, if they want to make up, I'm always here to talk. What is he doing? We've got King Charles's coronation later this year. I'd be shocked if Harry and Meghan get invited now. Why would they? Why would Charles look at all this and be like, yeah, I want him there? Even though it's his son. His son, sorry. Why would he want him there? After all, he's just slagged them all off to the world. So just some final points on this to wrap this up. I think 2 final points. The first is, this shouldn't even be the biggest royal family story. I know this one, the other story's been going on for a while, I'm about to mention, but the Prince Harry fiasco, which I don't know if it's been settled out of court now, I've not really kept up with it fully, but that should be the number one royal family story. And it is really. I just feel like it's been going on for so long and it seems like it's come to a, perhaps, I'm not saying the guy's innocent or guilty, but perhaps an inevitable, not justified end. And it shows with these elites that essentially they're untouchable, which is very sad and wrong. but it is reality. The Harry and Meghan story is nothing in comparison, in my opinion. It's a big story, but compared to the allegations being made against Andrew, that's nothing. But seems like if he did do anything wrong, nothing's going to happen to him. Not saying he did do anything wrong, just saying if he did, it's not going to be an investigation into it. And finally, I think perhaps the most tragic aspect of this Harry and Meghan story is their children. Now, Meghan's fallen out with all of her family, her dad, her siblings, and now Harry's done the same, essentially. So now Harry and Meghan have got 2 children. I think 2 children. If they've got more, it's an error. But they've got kids, and now these kids are going to grow up with no cousins, no uncles, no aunties, no grandparents, no extended family, really. Or the very immediate close family, nothing extended. That's really sad. Really, really sad. Going through life, family is obviously such a big thing. And these kids, through no fault of their own, have got no one, by the looks of it, other than mum and dad. And obviously they're going to be, Harry and Meghan are never going to have financial difficulties or anything, but it doesn't matter how rich, how poor you are, you need your family. I just think that's very sad. And obviously all of Meghan's family fell out with her, and now she's come on the scene, and now all of Harry's family has fallen out with him while she's been there. Wasn't the case before, so we only have our perceptions based on what the media tell us and what we interpret from interviews with these individuals. But while she's been there, there's been issues which weren't there before, and she had issues with her family beforehand, so perhaps she does have a lot to answer for all this mess. I don't know. Who knows what goes on behind the scenes. So what do you think of that analysis? What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? What did I miss out? What did I not stress enough? Please let me know your thoughts in the comments. I hope you enjoyed that video. It's been quite enjoyable making this one. I've missed doing it, so hopefully start doing them again soon. But yeah, please like and subscribe if you like this channel. If you like current affairs, topics, interesting debates, please like and subscribe. Many thanks. Bye.